Hey, Troy Smutka from Great Day on the Water Guide Service. We're going to talk a little bit about panfish here. We're going to talk about some equipment and then a little bit about the techniques we're using with it. As you can see, it's a hot, sunny, flat, calm day out here. We tried this morning for some pike and muskies. We got a couple of pike, several bass, did not see a muskie. Walleyes would have been really tough, and now we're at that 9:30 in the morning and it is just dead calm, flat, bugs, sunny, hot and humid, sweating. You could call it quits and go in, but this is a good time to fish panfish. We're on a weedy reef. We're off the edge of where the weeds come up the side of the reef to the top, and we've got sunfish and crappies suspended out to the side off of those weeds. So we are pitching. We're using two techniques here. One of them is we're pitching a little jig spinner. This is a VMC Moon Eye jig, 1/16 ounce. Flat-sided jig, so it tracks straight and doesn't wobble as much. Got a number 2 jig spinner on there to make it like a little spinner bait, and then I've got a Berkley power bait 2-inch minnow on there. Okay, now you could substitute a grub or aka a twister tail on here. My dad is doing that, who's behind the camera there. I've got a minnow colored here. Minnow has worked, chartreuse has worked, white has worked on the twister tail. Kind of lighter, more natural colors today because of the clear sunshine. To use or cast this and fish this, I'm using, these have been out a couple of years now. This is the St. Croix Panfish series rod. These rods are amazing. They're so light you don't know they're in your hand. They make all different models with different actions and powers. This is an 8-foot. It is an ultralight, and it's a moderate action, so the rod bends over 1/3 of the way back from the tip. It's what I call a soft rod. And that allows me to, and I'm going to demonstrate, but that allows me to cast. I'll go through the rest of the equipment. This is a Fluger Tryon ultralight reel. Inexpensive, but really good quality reel, good drag system. And I've got that spooled with 4-pound test Berkley Nanofill. Nanofill's a super line. It's like Berkley Fireline, but it's round, so it lays on a spinning reel and casts off better. This combination with this nice reel on this long, soft rod, with these nice long casting line guides, and this 4-pound test, very light, thin Vanish, or Nanofill. So a nice long cast with that light little 16th ounce jig with the soft plastic and the spinner, and then you just point the rod about a 45-degree angle like this, that long soft rod, and I'm just slow rolling that thing back. When a crappie hits, you'll feel a thunk, and the line will actually go slack and the bend will go out of your rod, and then your rod will load up and you just sweep forward and set the hook. Sunnies, there'll be some more tugging, so then you just kind of give them the rod during the tugging and then sweep forward, and that soft rod gives more and lets them inhale it and get it into their mouth a little better. So that's a jig spinner technique. The other technique we can use, a little bit different rod here. This is a 7-foot St. Croix Panfish series rod. The same Fluger ultralight spinning reel, the same 4-pound Berkley Nanofill on there, but I've got a barrel swivel tied to the Nanofill with a little liter of Berkley Vanish, real clear water. It's a fluorocarbon, real clear water. You'd want that. If it's darker water, you don't need that. I've got that same 16th ounce jig, and I've got a little 1.5-inch soft plastic tube on there, and then a slip bobber with a bead and a knot. This 7-foot, this is a fast action rod, meaning the bend is a lot more at the tip than on that last rod. If you take a look at the tip of the rod there, you see the bend is a lot closer to the tip, and that is helpful when we're fishing a bobber. Again, the long rod, the Nanofill, that reel makes that light little rig cast out. It's a little heavier with the bobber on there, but it casts out nice. But now, as the bobber goes down, like there, oh, I missed him, but I can take up slack really fast with that 7-foot rod. There I got him, no stretch Nanofill, and a little bit stiffer rod tip, faster action. I sweep up all that slack line quicker. You get slack line, not so much today on a calm day, but on a windy day, you'd have some, and it just gets you a better hook set. Oh, we got a nice bluegill here. So these bluegills and crappies are in these same locations on these reefs. So Berkley power bait, 1.5-inch grubs or twister tails, 2-inch minnows in different colors, either on that jig spinner or we're hanging on the jig underneath that slip bobber with that light nanofill. But boy, I'll tell you, those rods make such a difference. They are so light. You can just sit and hold them and toss them all day and you don't even know that you're in your hand. They, with work combined with this light line and light thin line and these nice Fluger reels, they cast a mile, and it's gonna increase your success. You're gonna lose fewer fish, you're gonna trigger more fish, you're gonna catch more fish. We've caught, I don't know, maybe over 100 panfish here in an hour. We're keeping some crappies for supper tonight. So on these bright summer water skiing days, I call them, you can still get out and catch fish, but it might not be a walleye day, it might not be a muskie day. It's a day to go out and chase crappies and sunnies up on those weedy reefs. The fish will be suspended about the same height as the tops of the shallowest weeds, by the edge of the weeds or out a ways from them. Either one of these techniques. Bobber is fun to watch go down, great for kids. That jig spinner is a good way to cover water and feel the fish hit, and you can have a blast. Good luck, and I'll see you out there somewhere.